Have you ever welcomed back to Old Charles' old jar of coins, or maybe received some change from a local sorry store, and a peculiar-looking, small, silver coin caught your eye? You turn it over, and it says 5 peso and the year 1993. This, my friends, is the 1993 Philippines 5 peso coin. And let me tell you, the questions we get about this coin are endless. Is it rare? Is it silver? Is it worth a fortune? Could it be the key to your early retirement? Well, in today's deep dive, we're going to uncover the entire story of this often misunderstood coin. We'll explore its history, its design, the crucial error varieties, and we will definitively answer the million peso question. What is the true 1993 5 peso value? Stick around, because one of these variants could indeed be a small treasure. To understand this coin, we need to travel back to the early 1990s. The Philippines was under the leadership of President Fidel V. Ramos. It was a period of economic reform and nation-building. In 1991, the Banco Central ng Pilipinas, BSP, decided to modernize the country's coinage, leading to the new design series of coins. This series replaced the larger, heavier coins of the previous era. The new 5 peso coin, first minted in 1991, was a radical departure. It was smaller, nickel-plated steel, and featured a sleek, modern design. The 1993 issue was just another year in this production run. It wasn't a commemorative issue, nor was it initially intended to be special. It was, for all intents and purposes, a regular circulation coin, minted in the millions. On the obverse, right in the center, is the profile of a Filipina beauty. This is not a specific person, but an allegorical representation of the Filipina, a symbol of the nation's spirit. To the left, you'll see the year 1993. And arching along the top rim is the inscription Republica ng Pilipinas. Flip it over, and this is where the main event is. We see the official seal of the Banco Central ng Pilipinas. It's a denomination written in Filipino, Lima ng Piso. And below it, the numeral 5. The edge of the coin is reeded, meaning it has those vertical grooves. Now, for the technical details. Composition *** nickel-plated steel. A common misconception is that it's solid silver, but it's not. This made it cost-effective for mass production. Weight *** approximately 7.7 grams. Diameter *** 25.5 mm mint ***. All of these were minted at the security plant complex of the Banco Central ng Pilipinas. Okay, let's cut to the chase. You have a 1993 5 peso coin. What is it worth? The answer is, it depends dramatically on which one you have. This is what 99.9% of you will find. A coin that has been through circulation, with scratches, dings, and loss of its original luster. For this coin, the value is, I'm sorry to say, face value. It's worth 5 pesos. As a piece of circulating currency, that's its value. It's extremely common. Now, this is where we start to see a premium. If you have a coin that is in brilliant uncirculated condition, meaning no scratches, bag marks, or wear, with its original mint luster, you have something more interesting. These typically come from official BSP mint year sets. A single 1993 5 peso coin in BU condition can be worth anywhere from $2 to $5 USD, around 100 to 250 Philippine pesos, to a collector who needs a high-grade example. Now, for the stars of the show. The 1993 5 peso is famous for two major error types that can command serious premiums. Look carefully at this area. On a standard coin, you will see a tiny, incused signature of the BSP governor at the time, Jesus B. Roberto. It's faint, but it's there. The rare error coin is missing this signature entirely. This was caused by a worn-out die that failed to impress the signature onto the coin blank. This no signature or missing signature variety is highly sought after. Depending on condition, a no-signature 1993 5 peso can be worth $20 to $50 or even more for a single coin. That's a error. Look at the reverse of your coin. Do you see a raised, jagged line, almost like a crack, running across the design? This is a die break error. As the die, the stamp that strikes the coin, wore out and cracked, it would leave this raised metal imperfection on the coins it struck. The size and severity of the die break determine the value. A small, minor crack might add a small premium, but a large, dramatic cud error where a chunk of the die is missing, can be very valuable. Coins with major die breaks can easily fetch $30 to $100 plus USD from errorcoinspecialist.so. How do you check your coins? First, get a magnifying glass or use the macro lens on your phone. Check for that tiny signature. Look for any unusual raised lines or blobs on the reverse. The popularity of these errors has led to fakes. People will sometimes file off the signature to create a fake, no-signature variety. A genuine missing signature error will have a smooth, undisturbed field, no tool marks. A fake will often show scratches or an uneven surface where the signature was removed. Always buy from reputable sources. So let's recap the 1993 Philippines 5 peso value. Circulated and common *** face value. 5 pesos. Brilliant uncirculated *** a few dollars. A nice collector's item. No signature. Error *** $20 to $50 plus. Major die break error *** $30 to $100. The vast majority of these coins are just regular change. But the hunt is for those rare, misstruck errors. They are the hidden treasures within a common date. So, next time you get a 5 peso coin as change, don't just spend it. Take a second look. You might just be holding a piece of Philippine numismatic history that's worth a whole lot more than its face value. The history of the Philippines is a rich and complex tapestry woven from threads of indigenous innovation, colonial rule, resilient spirit, and the ongoing quest for a national identity. It's a story of an archipelago that has constantly been looking outward, connecting to the world. Mindanao. The Philippines was ruled as a captaincy general under the Viceroyalty of New Spain, Mexico. The encomienda system granted Spanish colonists land and the right to tax the natives, which often led to abuse. Throughout the 19th century, a wave of nationalism emerged. The opening of the Suez Canal in 1869 made travel to Europe easier, exposing Filipinos like José Rizal to liberal ideas. Rizal's novels, Nali Mi Tanhair and El Filibusterismo, exposed the abuses of the friars and colonial government. This period also saw the rise of revolutionary societies like the Katipunan, led by Andrés Bonifacio, which sought independence through armed revolution. The revolution begins ***. The Katipunan launched the revolution in 1896. José Rizal was executed by the Spanish that same year, martyring him and further fueling the revolution. The Pact of Biak-na-Bato ***, a brief truce was signed in 1897, exiling rebel leaders to Hong Kong. The Spanish-American War and Emilio Aguinaldo ***. In 1898, the Spanish-American War broke out. The U.S. Navy defeated the Spanish fleet in Manila Bay. Filipino revolutionary leader Emilio Aguinaldo, returning from exile, declared Philippine independence from Spain on June 12, 1898. The First Republic * in January 1899, the Malolos Republic was established, the first constitutional republic in Asia. However, its life was short. Instead of recognizing independence, the United States annexed the Philippines via the Treaty of Paris that ended the Spanish-American War. This sparked the brutal Philippine-American War, 1899 to 1902, which resulted in the loss of hundreds of thousands of Filipino lives. American rule was markedly different from Spanish. They established a public education system using English, improved public health, and introduced democratic institutions with the goal of preparing the Philippines for eventual self-rule. In 1935, the Philippines became a self-governing, with Manuel L. Quezon as its first president. A 10-year transition period to full independence was planned. Just a few years into the Commonwealth, Japan invaded the Philippines in 1941. They occupied the islands until 1945, a period marked by great brutality, economic hardship, and a strong guerrilla resistance movement. The eventual liberation by American and Filipino forces in 1945 culminated in the Battle of Manila, one of the most brutal urban fights of the Pacific War, which left the capital in ruins and over 100,000 civilians dead. The United States granted the Philippines full independence on July 4, 1946. The new republic faced the immense task of reconstruction, economic development, and political stabilization that in 1965, Ferdinand Marcos was elected president. He declared martial law in 1972, ushering in a 14-year period of authoritarian rule marked by corruption, human rights abuses, massive debt, and economic decline. In 1986, a peaceful, popular uprising known as the People Power Revolution ousted Marcos and installed Corazon Aquino, the widow of assassinated opposition leader Benigno Ninoy Aquino Jr., as president. This restored democracy and became a world symbol of nonviolent revolution. Since 1986, the Philippines has been a vibrant, if sometimes tumultuous, democracy. It has faced challenges like political instability, corruption, poverty, and internal conflict in Mindanao. However, it has also seen significant economic growth, the rise of a massive OFW, overseas Filipino worker, sector that fuels the economy, and the continued strengthening of its civil society. A landmark moment was the passage of the Bangsamoro Organic Law in 2018, creating an autonomous Muslim region in Mindanao and offering hope for a lasting peace. Condition is everything. A coin that looks fine to the average person can be nearly worthless to a collector, while a pristine example can be worth a significant premium. This coin has been through the wars. Scratches, gouges, bends, corrosion, or even holes. The date and legends might be difficult to read. Face value, 5 pesos or less. A coin in this condition is only useful for spending. Collectors have no interest unless it's an impossibly rare coin, which the 1993 5 peso is not. A typical circulated coin you'd find in your change. It has a uniform, dull wear across all its high points. The major details, the Filipinas profile, the BSP seal, are all clear, but the finer details, the lines in the hair, the intricate details of the seal, are heavily smoothed down. The rim is fully visible, but may be worn out. A coin with moderate to light wear. All major features are sharp, and many of the finer details are still visible. For example, on the obverse, you can see the strands of hair clearly. On the reverse, the details within the BSB seal are distinct, though the highest points may be slightly flat. The coin has no significant damage, just the even wear of circulation. Face value to a very small premium, e.g., 10 to 20 pesos, ***. A collector might pay a tiny bit more for a well-preserved circulated example to fill an album, but the demand is low due to the abundance of higher-grade coins at a definite premium. ***, a coin in AU condition could be worth $1 to $3, 50 to 150 php, to a collector, as it presents beautifully. This coin never entered circulation. It was struck at the mint and stored properly, either in a sealed mint set or a collector's album. It has zero wear. Its surface retains the original mint luster, a brilliant, cartwheel-like sheen that moves when you rotate the coin under a light. An uncirculated coin may develop a natural patina or toning over time due to environmental factors. This can be rainbow-colored, blue, or golden. Attractive, original toning can often increase the coin's value beyond a brilliant white coin. Tilt the coin under the light. Look at the cheekbone and hair of the Filipina on the obverse, and the central details of the BSB.